Welcome back, my friends, to another insightful journey of self-discovery and wisdom. Today, we're delving into the profound lessons that time, experience, and reflection have granted us. As we embrace the milestones of life, we're often greeted by the harsh truths we wish we had known in our younger years. Join us as we uncover harsh truths I know at 30 that I wish I knew at 20. Get ready to embrace the wisdom of hindsight, and let's explore the transformative power of these revelations together. 1. Most of your friends aren't really your friends. We all have those people in our lives who we consider to be friends, but who we don't really know very well. They may be fun to hang out with, but they don't really know us or care about us deeply. This is why it's important to be selective about who we spend our time with and to invest in our true friendships. How many times have you had a falling out with a friend because you realized that you didn't really know them as well as you thought you did? Or how many times have you felt like you were the only one putting in effort into the friendship? If you're feeling this way, it's probably a sign that your friend isn't really your friend. True friends are there for you through thick and thin. They support you when you're down and they celebrate your successes. They make you laugh and they make you feel good about yourself. They are the people you can always count on no matter what. If you're not sure if someone is a true friend, ask yourself these questions. Do they know me well? Do they care about me deeply? Are they there for me when I need them? Do they make me laugh and feel good about myself? Can I always count on them? If you answered yes to most of these questions, then you probably have a true friend. If you answered no to most of these questions, then you may want to reconsider the friendship. 2. You'll only see your loved ones a few more times. Remember, it's later than you think. We all know that life is finite, but it's easy to forget that when we're caught up in the day-to-day grind. But the truth is, we only have a limited amount of time with the people we love. This is why it's so important to make the most of the time we have with them. Don't take your loved ones for granted. Tell them how much you love and appreciate them. Spend time with them doing things you both enjoy. Make memories that will last a lifetime. You never know when it will be your last time to see your loved ones, so make the most of the time you have with them. Tell them how much you love them and make sure they know how much they mean to you. 3. You'll literally never know what you want to be when you grow up. This is a liberating thought. It means that we don't have to have everything figured out in life. We can explore different possibilities and change our minds as we learn and grow. The important thing is to be open to new experiences and to never stop learning. There is no one right path in life. What works for one person may not work for another. So don't be afraid to try different things and to find your own path. The most important thing is to be happy and fulfilled. If you're not sure what you want to do with your life, don't worry. You're not alone. Most people don't know what they want to do when they grow up. The important thing is to start exploring your options and to find something that you're passionate about. 4. Most people don't really care about you. This may sound harsh, but it's true. Most people are too busy with their own lives to worry about us. This doesn't mean that we should be selfish or uncaring, but it does mean that we shouldn't expect everyone to be there for us. We need to be self-sufficient and to rely on ourselves for our happiness. We all have our own problems and our own struggles. We can't expect everyone to understand us or to care about our problems. This is why it's important to have a strong support system of people who do care about us. If you're feeling down or if you're going through a tough time, reach out to the people who love and support you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to go through it alone. 5. You don't need to have an opinion on everything. It's okay not to have an opinion on everything. In fact, it's often better not to have an opinion than to have a poorly informed one. We live in a world where everyone seems to have an opinion on everything, but the truth is we can't be experts on everything, and it's not necessary to have an opinion on everything. In fact, it's often better to admit that you don't know something than to pretend that you do. When you admit that you don't know something, it opens up the conversation and allows for learning. So, next time you're asked a question about something you don't know, don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." It's okay not to have an opinion on everything. 6. You probably won't be remembered or have a legacy. This is a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. Most of us will be forgotten after we die. This doesn't mean that our lives are meaningless. It just means that our impact on the world will be limited. We should focus on living our lives to the fullest and on making a difference in the lives of the people around us. If we can do that, then we will have left a legacy, even if it's not a famous one. We should also remember that we don't need to be remembered by everyone to have a meaningful life. The people who matter to us will remember us, and that's all that really matters. 7. You can tell everything you need to know about a person by observing how they treat service workers and whether they put their shopping cart back. This is a great way to judge someone's character. People who are kind to service workers and who put their shopping carts back are generally good people. They are considerate of others, and they are willing to do their part to make the world a better place. If you see someone being rude to a service worker or leaving their shopping cart in the parking lot, it's a good indication that they are not a good person. They are probably selfish and inconsiderate. It's important to remember that our actions speak louder than our words. How we treat others is a reflection of who we are as people. 8. You can get pretty damn far in life by just saying what you're going to do and then doing it. This is a powerful statement that reminds us that our actions speak louder than our words. If we say we're going to do something, we need to make sure that we follow through. When we say what we're going to do and then do it, we build trust with the people around us. People are more likely to believe us and to take us seriously when they know that we're reliable and that we keep our commitments. We also build confidence in ourselves. When we do what we say we're going to do, we prove to ourselves that we're capable and that we can achieve our goals. So if you want to get ahead in life, start by saying what you're going to do and then doing it. It's a simple but effective way to build trust, confidence, and success. 9. Most of us need fewer friends and more intellectual sparring partners. Friends are great, but they don't always challenge us to grow. Intellectual sparring partners, on the other hand, can help us to think more critically and to see the world in new ways. We should surround ourselves with people who challenge us and who help us to become better versions of ourselves. If we're always surrounded by people who agree with us, we're not going to grow. We need to be challenged in order to learn and to evolve. Intellectual sparring partners can help us to do that. They can ask us tough questions, and they can help us to see things from different perspectives. This can help us to become more open-minded and to think more critically. 10. Being kind to people is the only real life hack. This is a simple but important truth. Kindness is contagious, and it can make a real difference in the world. When we are kind to others, we make them feel good, and we make the world a better place. It doesn't cost us anything to be kind. In fact, it can actually make us happier. Studies have shown that people who are kind are more likely to be happy and healthy. So next time you have the opportunity to be kind, take it. You never know how much it might mean to the other person. 11. We should all stop talking how many books we read last year. This is a pet peeve of Mark Manson's. He believes that we should focus on actually reading the books instead of bragging about how many we've read. Reading is a great way to learn and to grow, but it's not a competition. We should read for the sake of learning and not for the sake of impressing others. If you want to talk about books, talk about the books that you've read and what you learned from them. Don't just brag about how many books you've read. Reading is a personal journey. It's about what you take away from the books that you read. So don't worry about what other people are reading. Just focus on reading the books that you enjoy and that you learn from. 12. You should never bet against a person who just keeps showing up. This is a great quote from the basketball coach John Wooden. It means that we should never underestimate someone who is persistent and who never gives up. People who keep showing up are the ones who eventually succeed. If you see someone who is constantly working hard and who never gives up, don't bet against them. They are the ones who are most likely to achieve their goals. It's easy to give up when things get tough, but the people who are successful are the ones who never give up. They keep showing up even when they don't feel like it. They keep working hard even when they don't see results. If you want to be successful, don't be afraid to show up. Keep showing up even when things get tough. Keep working hard even when you don't see results. Eventually, you will succeed. 13. Most of the people you look up to and admire are remarkably unremarkable. This is a reminder that we should not put people on pedestals. Everyone has flaws and everyone makes mistakes. We should admire people for their accomplishments, but we should also remember that they are human beings just like us. The people we look up to are not perfect. They have made mistakes and they have had failures. But they have also learned from their mistakes, and they have overcome their failures. We should learn from the people we look up to. We should learn from their mistakes, and we should learn from their successes. But we should also remember that they are human beings just like us. They are not perfect. 14. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is, and you should run away. This is a good rule of thumb to follow. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. There are a lot of scams and con artists out there. They will promise you the world, but they will never deliver. If you're ever offered something that sounds too good to be true, be skeptical. Do your research and make sure that it's legitimate. Don't just jump at the opportunity. It's better to be safe than sorry. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is, so run away. 15. You're probably being held back by your unwillingness to ask. This is a hard truth to swallow, but it's true. We are often held back by our own unwillingness to ask for help. We are afraid of rejection or of being seen as weak. But the truth is, asking for help is a sign of strength. It shows that we are willing to admit that we don't know everything and that we are willing to learn. If you're struggling with something, don't be afraid to ask for help. There are people who are willing to help you. You just have to ask. So next time you're feeling stuck, don't be afraid to ask for help. It could be the best decision you ever make. 16. Failure doesn't always lead to growth. Sometimes failure just leads to pain. Sometimes the growth doesn't come from the failure, but from simply outlasting the darkness. Failure is a part of life. We all fail at things. But it's important to remember that not all failures are created equal. Some failures can lead to growth. They can teach us something valuable, and they can make us stronger. But other failures can just lead to pain. They can be demoralizing, and they can make us feel like we're not good enough. It's important to be aware of the difference between these two types of failures. If we fail at something and it leads to growth, then we should embrace it. But if we fail at something and it just leads to pain, then we need to learn from it and move on. We also need to remember that not all growth comes from failure. Sometimes the growth comes from simply outlasting the darkness. We keep going, even when things are tough. We keep fighting, even when we don't feel like it, and eventually we come out stronger on the other side. 17. Waking up early is the easiest way to improve your odds to success. This is a simple but powerful statement. If you want to be successful, you need to be willing to put in the work. And one of the best ways to do that is to wake up early. When you wake up early, you have more time to do the things that you need to do. You have more time to work on your goals. You have more time to learn and to grow. Waking up early also gives you a head start on the day. You're not rushing around and you're not stressed. You're calm and focused, and you're ready to take on whatever the day brings. If you want to be successful, start by waking up early. It's the easiest way to improve your odds. 18. Hard work is not overrated. That's ridiculous. 99% of successful people work very hard. This is a statement that is often overlooked. We often hear about the overnight successes, but the truth is that most successful people worked very hard to get where they are. They put in the long hours, they made sacrifices, they didn't give up when things got tough, and they eventually achieved their goals. Hard work is not overrated. It's essential for success. If you want to be successful, you need to be willing to work hard. There are no shortcuts to success. You can't just wish for it or hope for it. You have to work for it. So if you want to be successful, start working hard. It's the only way to guarantee your success. 19. Showing up early costs very little and pays off handsomely in the long run. This is a simple but important truth. Showing up early doesn't cost us anything, but it can pay off big time in the long run. When we show up early, we are prepared. We have time to get organized and to think about what we need to do. We are not rushed and we are not stressed. We also make a good impression on the people around us. They see that we are reliable and that we are committed. Showing up early can also give us a head start. We can get ahead of the work and we can avoid the stress of trying to catch up. If you want to be successful, start showing up early. It's a small investment that can pay off big time. 20. The world is not fair. Bad people win and the good people lose all the time. This is a harsh truth, but it's true. The world is not fair. Sometimes bad people win and good people lose. This can be frustrating and it can be hard to accept. But it's important to remember that the world is not always fair. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. We can choose to be angry and bitter, or we can choose to be positive and hopeful. We can also choose to make a difference in the world. We can stand up for what we believe in, and we can try to make the world a better place. The world may not be fair, but we can still make a difference. As the sun sets on these profound insights, we hope they've illuminated the path ahead for you. Remember, wisdom is earned through experience, and the lessons shared here are a testament to the power of self-awareness and growth. Embrace these truths, for they hold the potential to guide you toward a more empowered and fulfilling journey. If you found value in this video, don't hesitate to share it with those embarking on their own journeys. Subscribe for more transformative content that empowers you to navigate life's challenges and triumphs with resilience and grace. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge, forging your own path, and embracing the wisdom that life has to offer.